Level 91, the success of others. Wuklamot is eager to attempt the next feat. We've now won keystones from both the Feat of Reeds and the Feat of Gold. Surely that means our approach to the contest was the right one. So it would seem, by continuing to retrace Galul Jaja's journey as presented in the saga, we should find the remaining electors in turn. Let's visit the Giants next. Like Kryl said, the fact that they were searching for the Golden City might mean they know something useful. The home of the Yakyoi is in upper reaches of Urkapacha. Unless you're keen on scaling the cliffs, we'll have to take the long way around, through Kozamauka. This route will take us close to the Moblin village, which is another important location in the saga. Since we'll need all the keystones eventually, it makes sense to pay them a visit while we're passing through. So we call on the Moblins first, then let's head there right now. I'm afraid right now is going to be a problem. The flight of we wingless, the great stairs leading to the Moblin settlement, collapsed in the storm. What are we to do then? There is an alternative, but it requires preparation. Until it's ready, you could rest at the cabins or see more of the city, whatever you prefer. Just to be sure, you'll accept any method of travel as long as it gets us to our destination. As it alpacas? Of course, who do you take me for? Then as your guide, I will see to the arrangements. Yeah, we gotta climb mountains. But it seems we have some free time on our hands. Let us make the most of it. I need to get my axe repaired. I nicked the blade pretty badly when I took a swing at Bakul Jaja. That reminds me, I never got around to introducing you to Ropley, did I? He's the man in charge of Wachu Meki Meki and good person to know. Want to come along? Let's go then. Ready? The markets of Wachu Meki Meki are to the east, on the other side of the Bayside Bevy. Wuklamot is now accompanying you. Keep her at your side in order to proceed with quest objectives. You can leave Wuklamot behind by entering a different area, by speaking with her and selecting the option to part ways. If you wish to have Wuklamot accompany you again, return and speak with her at the original location. Well, that's not too far. Oh, it's so laggy. Too many people. We probably should have played on a different server. But we're committed. Discuss Aunt T's Tacos. This is Aunt T's Tacos, named for its owner here, the lovely T-Soul. You're after the best tacos in Tuliolo. This is a place that sits atop with Alyaltir. Alyaltir? You say that, Third Promise, but you only ever eat at Mabruk Ivu's food. Come to buy mine for a change. Sorry, T-Soul, it's been a while, hasn't it? I swear I'll stop for a bite once the contest is over. The leave desk. My, the Third Promise. How might I assist you this fine evening? Well met, Ropley. I need to buff a nasty nick out of my axe blade. Yes, it's been chipped quite terribly. Trying to cleave rocks again, were we? Or something like that. Think you can fix it? Stand among Tiral's most prestigious gathering of artisans and ask this question. 'Tis child's play. We'll have it repaired for you in 2 shakes of an alpaca's tail. Good to hear. I leave it in your capable hands. Who's your companion, if I may ask? Zilly, a great adventurer I recruited from across the salt. Brought her here to meet you, actually. Thought she might have reason to visit Wachumeki sooner or later. And allow me to introduce myself. I am Ropley, humble representative of this grand center of trade. A pleasure to meet you. You there, stop dithering in the shadows and announce your business already. I've seen that man somewhere before. Jewelry maker you met on the voyage over. Well, I remember, I spoke with him too. Fontaine? Yes, that was his name. You've been loitering like a flighty admirer who can't pluck up the courage to confess his feelings. Out with it, then. Why are you here? That is to say... And we're no closer to solving that enigma. I wonder if I could use someone to talk... If he could use someone to talk to. I say we go and ask. Let me know by Link Pearl if you find him first. Where are you hiding? The taco place. Anything out in the water, but maybe. There he is. You were conversing with Master Robley, but wait, we've met before, haven't we? On the ship. Found him. Good. I'll be right there. Why did you run off like that? Do you have business with Robley or not? Please, you needn't concern yourselves with my affairs. I'm undeserving of such attention. Huh? What are you going on about? Beg of you, do not ask me to explain. Do not. Alright, but the more you tell me not to, the more curious I become. Besides, you look like you need a friend. You are too kind, so be it. I suppose I can share with you a morsel of my misery. Before I came to Tuliyola, I worked as a goldsmith at the most prestigious jewelry maker in all of Ul'dah, Estame's Aesthetics. Oh, it started off well enough, but as the days passed, everything began to go wrong. Compared to the masterpieces of my talented colleagues, my products were lacking. Mediocre, I lost all confidence. Crippling doubt had possessed me, and any veneer of bravado I tried to put forth soon cracked beneath its weight. Thus did I take ship, hoping to find a fresh beginning on a new shore. Yet as you witness, I lack the courage to even approach a potential employer. You stand before a man wallowing in the wreckage of his ill-spent existence. All right then, you offered a morsel, then served us the full course. You must have really wanted someone to hear your story. If you like, I could try to give you a few words of advice. Then you have experience with my predicament of feeling terribly inadequate compared to your undeniably superior peers? Well, when you put it that way, not me. I'm Wuklamat, third promise of Piliolo, daughter of the Dawn Servant. Oh, of course, you're a member of the royal family. Please forgive my presumptuousness. But what have you? Have you ever measured your work against that of your colleagues and found yourself wanting? You can't measure your worth by the success of others. On occasion. I'm like the warrior of light who saved the world. No, I'm good. How can I not? Should my work not meet the same exacting standards, no new commissions will be forthcoming. What then was the point of my becoming a goldsmith? Should send him to Godbert. Looking back, 'twas my father who inspired me to take up the trade. His exquisite creations brought radiant smiles to the faces of the clients, and I admired him deeply for it. But in the course of striving to be as great a goldsmith as him, I lost sight of my original motivation. All I ever wanted was to spread joy through my craft as he did. Perhaps I will give this one last try. Thank you both for reminding me of what is truly important. What is truly important. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to ignore you. Yes, I'm glad to see Fontaine is giving himself another chance. Level 91, the success of others. Complete. Level 91, for all Tirali. Wuklamat wonders how Fontaine is getting on. Fontaine. I can't help but wonder if Fontaine will follow through. Let's see if he's actually going to talk with Ropli. Going? Oh, like right here. Got lost for a moment. Lost in thought. Oh no, we could have went together. It's kind of you to come, but you needn't worry. I found my courage. Pray accept my apologies for my earlier behavior. My name is Fontaine, and I'm goldsmith from Ul'dah and far away yours. I realize this is a bold request, but I should like to continue practicing my trade here in Wachumekimeki. If you will have me, I ask only for an opportunity to bring happiness to others with my creations. So that's what it was about. You were looking for work. Consider yourself hired. Wachumekimeki is always in need of skilled craftsmen and women. I'll handle the necessary paperwork. Can you start tomorrow? Yes, of course. I must thank you both again for your sage and timely advice. I don't know that I was all that helpful. But you were. Had you not come to speak with me, I would not have had the moment of much needed self-reflection. The arrangements have been made. Come and meet me at the entrance of High Tide Harbor. Oh, I almost forgot. Do you have my axe ready, Rawpley? Ready and waiting. Behold the sublime touch of Wachumeki Meki Artisan. Oh, it's as sharp and deadly as the first day I held it. Thank you. Well, good luck to you, Fongenton. Let me know if that doubt creeps back in. I'd be happy to talk you out of it. As for us, we should head for the harbor. Wouldn't want to keep Aaronville waiting. I didn't realize it was that close. Oh, well. New world. Enough with the secrecy. What's this big plan of yours? Oh, is it a boat? Look there. That is my big plan. Like a barge. What? What is that? It's a Punuti. She'll be pulling our boat upriver. Like a manatee. How do we know she won't thrash about and sink us instead? They're gentle and timid creatures for the most part. She's unlikely to cause a fuss unless you give her reason to. First alpacas, now punities. We're relying a lot on animals for this journey. We should be thankful we have an animal expert as our guide then. But did it have to be my old nemesis, another boat? Well, I took you for someone who was up to the challenge. Was I wrong? Long ago, when fighting still raged between the clans, the inhabitants of Kozamauka rode these river boats to move swiftly through hostile territory. But the vessels see little use with they're all now at peace, so I was able to borrow one of a few which remain. I did consider a dirigible, but the pilots warned me that the updrafts near the falls would make landing difficult. You said borrowed one, yet there appear to be several in the water. Anna. Lamati. Traveling upriver, I presume? Seems that way. Does this mean you've earned 2 keystones already? I can't believe how well you've managed despite undertaking the contest alone. I was never alone. I've had my own entourage with me since the beginning. My friends, it's been, well, not that long. So that's who they were supporting. Thancred, Urianje, what are you doing here? I was wondering when they were going to show up. Escorting a promise, the same as you? I'd heard much of the incomparable Archons during my time at the studium. As soon as the contest was confirmed, I thought who better to recruit to my cause. I contacted the Scholarch, who arranged an introduction to these 2 gentlemen. Second promise had specific requirements. They who would be his assistants must both proven survival skills and mastery of the arcane arts. Thus did Thancred and I receive the summons. My own studies concentrated on technology which our people could readily use, such as inventions born of magitech or clever engineering. Where magic was concerned, I covered only the foundation. Knowing you two, I expect you had other reasons for accepting the job. A few, the nation of Tiliolol, spans the entire continent. Depending on who wins the throne, the world may be plunged into instability once more. Never have we striven to preserve the peace. Where is our place, if not here and now? We did our due diligence, of course, and made sure of who we were working with before agreeing to this endeavor. He's even more opaque than Urianger at times, but is surprisingly... It's quite enough of that. We must be on our way. Wait, I have one question before you leave. Koana and Wuklamat are vying for the throne. As Koana's entourage, does that mean you're resolved to defeat all of his opponents, including us? We're sworn to do all in our power to win this contest for Koana, even if it means competing against our own comrades. We intend to hold nothing back and expect you to do the same. And we won't disappoint you. Thought you were taking a boat. If even you have been forced to travel on water, then the others will be doing the same. I would rather walk than risk confrontation on a leaky barge with no possibility of retreat. True that I can't stand boats. I trust the route Aaronville has chosen for us. Leave the handling of the punity to me. Should other wildlife attack us, however, I may have difficulty keeping her under control. Do your best to draw them away as far from the front of the boat as possible. And we shall remain on deck and stand guard, although it may be wise to have at least one of us sit up front with Aaronville just in case. I'd like to stay on the deck. I'm eager to put my pictomancy to the proof. I'll take any chance to show you that I can hold my own on the battlefield. And Cryle will stand on guard with Zillick. I'll keep Aaronville company, then. With my blade, I can respond more quickly to threats than Alphinaud. Thank you. If a fight breaks out, I'll try to stay out of your way. And I shall endeavor to provide aid where it is needed. I can do that as well. That should cover most eventualities. Secure your gear and board the boat when you're ready. Yeah. Let the hunt begin. Ihuykatumu. I cannot pronounce that. A new regular duty has been added: duty finder and duty support. Right. Normally we would do duty support, but I think with everybody playing the expansion, it might be better just to go in with an actual party. Level 91, Ihuykatumu. With 2 keystones now won and her father's historic journey pointing the way, Wuklamat sets her sights on the Moblin settlement perched above the waterfalls of Kozamauka. As misfortune would have it, the wild storm which passed through the region has collapsed the great stairs leading up the cliffs, leading the resourceful Aaronville to arrange an alternative route, a barge-like vessel pulled upriver by massive yet gentle punity. Brace yourself to fight not only the current, but an abundance of fierce wildlife as you forge along Yogg-Taral's mighty Ihuykatumu. See how long this will take, because if it takes a long time, we'll just do duty support. Wait time 20 minutes. I figure that with everybody doing the expansion right now, it wouldn't take too long. But dungeon queues have been a nightmare. My gear good. That's not too bad. Level 91, Ihuykatumu. Commence. Doctoral, Ihuykatumu. Chasing after us. Oh, he's ahead of us. The race. See anybody's plate paying any attention. Praying for some rain, it seems. Let's come closer. We have something for you. All right. Not going to plan, we'll just have to improvise. The harness. You upriver if you make it that far. Crippling our boat was a cowardly move. It's a smart move. Aaronville, we're losing speed. Harness is broken, I'm sorry, but we have to pull over to the bank. Won't be going anywhere until we can make repairs. See if there's a route overland, we'll try to catch up to you later. Oh, these were gentle creatures. Yeah. What am I supposed to do with this? Okay. That was fun. Jeez. The leg. Huh. Ladders. More ladders. Drowsy. Done that before. Or cut. Take these out. Just have to avoid them. Okay. Night night, Drowsy. More ladders. I like when they're a bit more interactive. No Garly and stuff. So nice. Guys in the front. In case they don't indicate. Okay, they do indicate, never mind. Got hit by that one. Dang. Little. My AoE doesn't target, which is like fine on in the abstract. Like, in some cases it's better, but like I can't see if like they all got hit by my dot or not. Must be the boss. Very much Gray Flock's long stuff. getting my rotation's not there yet. I don't have my buttons particularly set up right yet. I haven't quite figured out how I want them to be. They were fine for like level 80, but I've been kind of avoiding doing anything else with them until we hit 100. Worms. Apex Predator. Folion. Mantis. Okay. Ooh, where are we at? Let's see. I mean, we're doing this blind. I'm sure a lot of other people are too. Oh, come on. Alright. We got it. Yay, first dungeon down. Let's see if we smile. No. Yay! There we go. Finally got our smile back. And the rest. Okay, combination. Loot. You don't need it. You need it. Probably not going to get any new weapons till like later on. Like 85, 86, something like that. 95, 96. Okay. Pretty.
This is as far as we can go on foot, it seems. We'll have to head back and see about fixing the boat.
Hey! Everyone all right?
Now that's pretty too. Better than all the desert and snow previously. I was worried we might not catch up to you. Those caverns you traversed were dug by the Yakyoi in their search for gold. Remnants of their excavations can be found throughout this region. Well, I appreciate the lesson, O wise guide. Are we landing this boat anytime soon? Our river journey is almost over. For proof of that, you need only look ahead. Falls were impressive enough from a distance, but it's almost too much now. Yes, amazing. Now please let me off. No, no more boats. Are you? Oh, you're not all right. I should be surprised if she was. Even without the nausea, we're all spent. There is a mountain shelter nearby, a resting spot for those who've ascended the stairs. I suggest we make use of it. That would be a welcome respite. Have you the strength for a short walk, Wooklamat? We can rest along the way, too. Damn it all. Promise is meant to keep... A promise is meant to lead from the front, not mule and moan like a sick kitten. Wooklamat? Ignore me, it's the nausea talking. I'm fine, really. Lead on, I'll follow. Very well, but if I might say one thing. Just because you're a promise or a claimant for the throne doesn't mean you can't be seen to struggle. You needn't bear this burden alone, so please don't hesitate to talk to us. We're always willing to lend an ear. But Kryl, Everyone's allowed to be weak sometimes. Leaning on others is a skill all leaders require. You as well? I've always believed this is my problem alone, but perhaps you have the right of it. right, I'll talk about things. Just give me a moment to collect my thoughts. Of course, as long as you need. We'll be waiting at the shelter when you're ready. I've long felt that I could never tell anyone when I was confused or hurting that admitting to weakness would bring shame to Papa's name. But if you say you're willing to listen, then there are things I'd like to talk about. Come on, let's catch up to the others. This is the bottom section of, okay. Parkour. This is aggro and everything, huh? Any fires. On. And let's tune first. Should stop here for the night. I understand the desire to rush ahead, but we need to recuperate from our punishing river adventure. Let's settle in. We'll need a cook fire, and there's meal preparation to be done. Something of a culinarian myself.
I've been meaning to ask, but how does one become the adopted child of the Dawn Servant?
I was but a ball of fuzz at the time, so I don't remember much. My earliest memories are of life in the palace. All I know is that I was born in Ikbrash, a village in Yaktel. But I've never bothered to return there. As far as I'm concerned, Ulul Jaja is my only parent.
I quite understand. I have no memories of my birth parents either. For a while, I wanted to learn who they were. But over time, that curiosity waned. Galuf was my dear grandfather, and he was all I needed.
So our situations were quite similar. Even though Papa already had a trueborn son, he raised me and Kona with no less love. One time, I'd wandered off alone into the forest and gotten lost. Before I became a meal for some beast, Papa dropped everything and came to my rescue. I was scared and sobbing and ready for a scolding, but the head of resolve praised me for surviving the ordeal. I did get my lecture from the head of reason, though. He went on and on about the dangers of the jungle and all the horrible ways I could have died. Growing up, Papa was kind and patient, but a tyrant when it came to training. Now, of course, I realize he was preparing me for my duties as a promise. For all the good it did. There's so much I failed to learn about my own country. Whether it's alpacas or Ihihana, I hardly know anything. I've lived such a sheltered life, yet convinced myself I understood Tural and its people. I don't have Kona's education, Or is it all just strength? I'm all bluff and bravado. Not fit to bear my title.
Can't measure your worth by the success of others. Why do you want the throne? I already know why she wants the throne.
Don't compare myself to my siblings, you mean? I think I see what you're saying. My reasons for joining the contest have nothing to do with my brothers. It's always been about the Turali and what I can do for them.
You said it yourself. How important it is to properly know something. To hear the voices of others, empathize with how they feel, and think how best to serve. In so doing, you'll come ever closer to being the person you wish to be.
I'm sorry, everyone. I've been a fool. From this moment on, I'll stop trying to be the promise I'm not. I won't feign strength to hide my weaknesses. Step by step, I'll learn all there is to know and love about Tulihyolal and my fellow Turali. It might not be the smoothest path, but it'll be a path of my own making. I will find a city of gold for all of us, along with the answers you seek about your grandfather Kryl. I swear.
I appreciate it, Wuklamat. But you needn't take on that burden as well. Galuf Baldessian dedicated his life to protecting people from all manner of threats. As his granddaughter, I wouldn't wish to endanger others for the sake of a personal investigation. So let's just concentrate on winning the contest. We have a shared goal, and, if at all possible, I'd rather we enjoy the journey.
Hear, hear. We are companions on the same road, bound for the same destination. With our combined talents, nothing will stop us from reaching the Golden City.
Thank you. Thank you all. I am proud to call you my friends.
Meanwhile, in the second Promises camp,
Thank you. Thank you all. I am proud to call you my friends.
they're like right there.
They seem to be enjoying themselves. Are you sure you don't want to go and say a word to your sister?
Nay, there is no need for that. But what of you two? Wuklamat's allies are your comrades. It must feel strange to be rivals.
Helping you has made us rivals, aye, but we're not about to break into fisticuffs over it. Unless, of course, it is a matter of winning or losing the contest. Then I'll have no qualms about putting Alizé on her rear.
Despite our long history, never have I been given the chance to test myself against our companions. The thought stirreth within me a most unexpected sense of competition.
Lamachi has surrounded herself with distinguished figures indeed. One of the Studium's finest graduates, the head of the students of Bardessian. And then there's Eorzea's vaunted champion. If she's half the hero you say, then the odds are stacked against us. Not that I've any intention of bowing out. Our time in Ihuykatumu only served to strengthen my resolve. We saw how a single storm cut off the alpaca roots and threw my people's lives into disarray. Such uncertainties are why I advocate for the adoption of Sharlayan innovations, that Tuli Yolal might know greater stability and prosperity. Our nation can change for the better, and I will be the man to change it.
Well, it's a start. I imagine your experiences on this journey, all the things you'll hear and feel and think, will help you refine that approach.
Deerfield, thanks.
But to return to the subject of the rite, I'm a touch concerned by the condition for victory. The claimant who breaks the seal becomes Dawn Servant, not the one who performed the 7 feats first.
The would-be victor need only possess the 7 keystones.
That is correct. As the contest wears on, we must brace ourselves for greater conflict.
Meanwhile, with the first promise,
your rivals still lag behind. The second and third promise may have recruited competent lackeys, but none compared to you. How can they hope to compete with the resilient son? The only child ever sired by a two-head. Only the ignorant or foolish could fail to see that you were born to be Dawn's servant.
Such titles mean nothing.
I neglected to mention, when I first heard the rumors that the contest involved the Golden City, I spoke in confidence with Gulul Jaja's inner circle. They all agreed on one thing. Whoever reaches the City of Gold will attain a power so great, it can dictate the course of history. If this power truly exists, then I humbly beg a fair share of it. Time is passing, and I would put my plans in motion without delay. The useless tool is cast aside after all. And just so there is no misunderstanding, you consent to this course, no matter who is made to suffer.
In battle, everyone bleeds. The Dawn's promise is no exception. What better lesson to teach our people the folly of war?
earlier with Bakul Jaja.
I was hoping for a good scrap, but this bloated sack of bile was no challenge at all. I wonder if the house cat is dead yet. Be ashamed to lose a plaything, but we'd still have 2 more.
If I may ask, Chosen One, what are your plans for Tuliolal after you take the throne?
Plans? What makes you think we care about all that? We care only about the contest and proving our superiority. That would surely please Mother and Father. Yes, And when we become Dawn's servant, we'll drive out the weakling masses and invite our king to live in the city. Fine idea! Our family deserves better than that rotten jungle. Back to it then. We must catch up to that one-headed pretender and remind him of the natural order.
I made it.
I thought we were missing someone. Where have you been?
Oh, I feared I was done for when I fell from the boat. Yet somehow I made it. Oh, my arms, I can barely lift them. If I could just rest a moment.
You expect us to wait for you? Those who can't keep up will be left behind. My brother has spoken. March, or be fodder for the beasts.
But I followed the teachings. Everything I've done, everything I've sacrificed, all has been for the blessed seedlings. Wait. Don't leave me behind! I'm begging you!
Being able to say those things has brought me such relief. It's like a stone has been lifted off my chest, and I can take a full breath at last. I don't want to encumber myself like that again. I want to be better, will be better, for myself and for my people. Level 91 for all to Raleigh. Complete. We now enter Ihuykatumu with 40 NPC avatars. To make use of this feature, open the Trust interface located under Duty in the main menu. Even unlocked, a promise for the people. Enhanced second wind.